Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Amy, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only, with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. I guess we're using the papers today. Oh, that's a lot. No, this one catching my attention more. Oh, this is an Archangel Uriel reading, okay? We got milestone reached, okay? So you reached some sort of milestone in your life, in your lessons, in your spiritual journey, okay? So congratulations. You've been doing really good, okay? I'm just getting like real proud energy, okay? What's this? We got a porcupine. I'm gonna have to Google that, but I don't know. Porcupines, they got those porky poke things, that protect them. I feel like your energy is very protected like that. Like anybody, if they even try to touch you, then they getting fucked up. Okay, period. So I'm not looking up the porcupine, but I do got cherry, so I'm gonna look that up. But cherry gives me fresh spring type of energy, cherry blossom energy. You could be very soft in like the most positive way, very beautiful. And we got the boost, okay? I mean beautiful inside and out, like, but emphasis on the inside, okay? Like you're so amazing inside, okay? And you're about to receive some sort of boost, okay? Maybe some sort of boost in energy, maybe some sort of like just boost, okay? Something that's going to like help you in your life a little bit. Maybe something you've been really looking forward to for a long time, or something you've been feeling like you've been in need of or even praying about. Cherry symbolism, though. Come on. So, cherries symbolize love, innocence, and the fleeting nature of life, okay? So, you're about to start being much more accepting of the changes that you've been through because of this big boost that's coming into your life, because of some sort of milestone that you've reached within yourself. I feel like you could have been doing a lot of spiritual work lately, focusing on like the charm and the happiness of life, trying to figure out things just to look forward to rather than thinking about all of the sour parts. You're on the sweeter side of the cherry, and that's really great, okay? And it's so funny because one day I was seeing cherries everywhere. I seen like this girl had cherry earrings and this other girl had a cherry purse, and I just seen like cherry in somebody's window on the rearview mirror, So the notes, I was watching this movie called The Man Who Knew Infinity, okay? And he was a genius, okay? He was of like Eastern Indian descent, okay? You could be also, you could be a genius, okay? This man discovered the infinity formula, or something like that, something scientific. You could be into science, okay? But I have quotes, okay? So it says, great knowledge often comes from the humblest of origins, because he was just like a really humble guy, He just like worked really hard, and all he really wanted was to like have a wife, but he expressed like math equations everywhere. Like he would just be like with the chalk on the sidewalk just writing down so many different math equations. And like he went overseas to go study with the Americans at some sort of like all male college, some sort of like high prestige type of place. So you could be getting some sort of opportunity like that, okay, because of your mental talents and the things that you offer, your intellectual property, okay? And he was doing the work, and he was just like putting together these equations and the professors were just like, how though, how do you do, like, but can you prove that, like, can you show us your work on how you got there, right? Because he needed to be able to explain to the other people in like the science mathematics community how he was coming up with these fantastic equations, right? So you could be someone who puts together these like amazing things, even if you just put together events. It doesn't have to be as deep as like these genius mathematical equations, but whatever it is that you put together, however it is you put together, there's a genius level behind the way that you put that shit together. And Archangel Uriel wants you to not stop putting it together, okay? Like, he really works with your mind a lot, okay? He works with the air energy quite a bit, and he's been in your energy a lot, okay? And you might feel like because you come from a humble place that you're not going to go that far, but the greatest knowledge comes from the humblest of places, okay? It says anyone interested in peace is unpopular in a time of war, okay? So you might feel like, you're unpopular, right? Like, people don't gravitate toward you so much because you're all about that peace and all about that love and all about overcoming the negativity and the bullshit. And I can really relate to that, right? Because I do talk about the bullshit, but I really try to put a positive spin on it. I try to talk about what we can do to overcome that and how that shit really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And a lot of people don't like that. Like, they'll just unsubscribe because they're like, oh, she on that positive shit again. And that's fine with me. That means that I'm only attracting the people who are thinking a lot like me, and that is what you're about to do too. You're about to attract some very brilliant minds that want to work with you, that love, like, brilliant minds that look up to you for having a brilliant mind. That's amazing. So we got clear waters, okay? It says clear vision, confirmation, right timing, and opportunity, okay? So that feels like confirmation of what I was just saying. Like, there's some sort of beautiful opportunity coming in just at the right time, okay? So know that your vision is clear, especially when it comes to like whatever you're creating or whatever you're putting all of your time and energy into. That's really backed by the angels, and they really love the work that you've put yourself into. It's perfect for you. Even if you haven't stepped into it yet, you're about to figure it out very soon. That could be what it is, and it's perfect for you, okay? So don't doubt yourself and don't try to shy away from it. You've worked so hard to reach this milestone that you've reached, and you're deserving of everything that's coming into your life next, okay? We got the pearl, which talks about alchemy, the reward, the reward at the end from grit to grace, which also came out for Guardian Angel Raziel's reading, okay? So that might resonate with you too. It was more about like being okay with separating from certain people in certain situations. They really go well together. I like how they've been doing that, kind of like intertwining the energy of the readings. It says the well maidens at the bottom of the deck, okay? Kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. You would think I didn't shuffle this deck, but I shuffled the shit out this deck, okay? It's just the same kind of energies. In that reading, I was also talking about the buck moon and how the Native Americans named it that because the buck would shed their antlers and grow new antlers in that season. And so this seems to be the theme of the day: shedding the old and preparing for the new, growing the new effortlessly. You know what I mean? So I also was saying that you just have new beginnings over and over and over again in this journey, and this is yet another beautiful new beginning that you're about to have, okay? So I'm hearing like excited energy, like I hope you're ready and like get ready. Okay, so please. I seen the Sky Father right here, okay? So God is definitely watching over you and your journey, okay? It says trust in the unknown. Really trust in the unknown. Trust in going into situations that are unknown to you, but still feeling secure and safe and knowing exactly which way to go. Like, trust in that. That is special. Okay, that's something that a lot of people don't have. We got hermit with retreat and recharge, and also know when to retreat and when to recharge. You could have been doing a lot of this lately. You could be like working with Archangel Metatron very closely, doing a lot of meditating and self-reflection, going within, and this has brought you to this milestone. All of this work that you've been putting into yourself and into your spiritual strength, and just making sure that you're on the up and up and that you're in alignment, that's really beautiful. Okay, and this has gotten you everywhere. Okay, I feel like it says make plans and focus, but I feel like that's the point. That's what you have done. You have made these amazing plans, and you've been focused, and you've been like a real warrior for yourself. You've been really standing up for yourself and standing up for what you believe in and expressing yourself no matter what anybody else thinks or feels about that shit. And that is a powerful thing. Okay, yeah, look at Magic Guardian right here at the bottom of the deck, which says unlock the magic within. This is what you have done. You've unlocked more magic within yourself, and there's so much more within you that still needs to be unlocked. So stay focused and keep your eyes on the prize and on manifesting what exactly it is that you want to see in your life, and try not to focus so much on like things going wrong or how bad things can go. Visualize a future where things are going in the best way, and take those steps to make it go as good as you can, because we're not really fully in control, right? What else? We got love is a mini splendid thing. Okay, so try to stay in that energy of love as much as possible. I seen 1111. Okay, because whatever wishes and dreams and hopes that you set for yourself is coming in. Okay, very beautiful abundance that you're meant to hold in this lifetime. Okay, it says women give birth to kings as well as everything else. Okay, so that's making me, this is first Esdras. Okay, chapter 3 verses 13 through 17 is what it says, but it doesn't seem like a whole lot that I wrote. But whatever. It says women give birth to kings as well as everything else. Okay, so I feel like this feminine with energy within yourself, you've done a lot of healing with that energy. A lot of root chakra energy is what is really giving me. It says men will do whatever women want, including risk their own lives, and we all know this to be true. But I mean, maybe you just hold this kind of feminine beauty, this very powerful feminine energy within yourself that is capable of giving birth to kings. More importantly, capable of giving birth to the king energy that you hold within yourself. Giving me big Yeshua energy. Okay, yeah, we got the brighter light. You are a very bright light in this world. Okay, we got fake friends also, so be careful who you call your friends. Okay, because of course I'm hearing fake friends write the wrong answers on the mirror for me. Be careful who you take your business to and who you share what is going on in your life with. Okay, because everybody is not always really meant to know your business, or meant to know what's going on with you. I know that social media sort of like popularizes telling everybody your fucking business, but nah, we old school with it over here. Nah, you ain't got no friends, and you need to keep your business to yourself, because people have all kinds of ulterior motives, and you don't always know until shit plays out. And then, you can either end up on the other side like, woo, I'm glad I didn't tell that bitch nothing. Or you could be like, dang, they know all my business. You know what I mean? I thought they was my friend, so just be careful. Use your discernment ahead of time to avoid having those times where you come out on the other side like, damn, they had me, like, just use your discernment, because a lot of times we can see those fake friends or those fake people for exactly what they are, or exactly who they are. And sometimes, like, there's some misjudging going on. Somebody could be looking at you as if you're a fake friend, or trying to talk about you like you've wronged them in some sort of way. But I don't feel like you are fake. I feel like you're very honest. And it kind of rubs people the wrong way. Or sometimes you could give off this like too good to be true type of energy, and it makes people feel like you're putting on some sort of front, or you're presenting to be something other than what you are. But I think you're just all about operating out of this energy of love right now, and you just really don't want to let in the negativity. And I think you're kind of showing people that they don't have to always let the negativity in either. Yeah, it says in the dark they've lost their sight. Jeez. So some people are in the dark and feeling like that's all that there is to life, and those people can be really volatile, and they could have the ability to want to pull you down to that level with them. But you have to be strong in yourself and don't allow anybody to take you down to that level. Yeah, we got hidden secrets. Somebody could be holding some secrets. Damn, I didn't see it going there. It went all the way into this, but this is these fake friends, okay? They're not telling you everything. They're not as honest with you as they should be. And they just like aren't really having a clear sight on where they want to go and what they want to do. And it could be causing a little bit of envy too. But I almost want to call it healthy envy, you know? It's healthy envy because it's inspiring these fake friends to be better or to be more. Even though it's starting out as like a competition with you, you're really striking some sort of healing in these fake friends, okay? But also separate yourself, okay? They don't separate yourself from that bullshit, okay? It says people who look at nature should see the power of God behind it. Worshipping nature is for fools, okay? So I feel like you're just very aware of where your things come from and who really truly has the power over your walk in life, and you just don't have time to be entertaining anything that doesn't align with that. Because you just birthed this beautiful masculine energy in your life, and now it's time for you to make these big moves, okay? And this is not your first rodeo, right? You're an old ass soul, and you know exactly which way you should be going right now. So there's this energy of like you not questioning yourself so much, okay? What's the brighter light in fake friends? It says a small dinosaur, 6 feet and 100 pounds. That could be somebody's fucking makeup. That almost made me want to pull out the description cards. I'm gonna pull out the description cards. Where they at? They're right here. They're the physical features cards. It says body built for speed, large brain, okay? So I mean, these fake friends though, in all seriousness, they could probably be like really smart, you know. They could look really good with this fashionista energy, or they could be, you know, have a real problem with you being a bit of a fashionista. But it's just like, okay, like like let me know when that problem with me becomes my problem, okay? Somebody could have hazel eyes, okay? Somebody could have like an average physique. That's what it says, built kind of like this, okay? We got street fashion. Somebody could dress real street, you know, not so like high fashion or whatever, just very casual a lot of the time. We got dark skin. We also got pale skin tone. Somebody could be bald, okay? We got woman. We got attractive, okay? And we got religious and fashionista again, which kind of makes me feel like they're done with that. We got twin flame, and we got beauty mark, okay? Somebody could have been trying to, I don't know, one of these fake friends could be jealous of like your relationship, of what you have going on with your person, okay? Like, if I had a if I had $1 for every time I said these bitches need to find something to do. It says she or he is up to no good, okay? So Archangel Uriel is definitely warning you about some fake friend in your energy who's up to no good. I think they know that you're expecting money, or I don't know, maybe they're expecting to get some sort of money off of you, or to use you to get to some money in some sort of way, but it's not gonna happen because you're so protected. Yeah, we got escape, okay? This person could be trying to like ninja life hacks, you know, trying to like hack your life, or trying to like, I don't know, like they could be someone who tries to like seed ideas and things like that, you know, like, oh, you know, I don't know. It's so difficult dealing with people, right? Because sometimes, like, you could be having a normal, regular conversation, and these people are having like a whole nother intention behind the shit that they're saying, you know. But it's like you can hear that, fake bitch energy up under what they be saying. So really pay a lot of attention. It says, "Don't put my good advice to shame." Okay, we got the it girl or the it guy. Okay, so you're the it girl or guy, baby, and you got some fake friends around you who are up to no good, and they expect to get things out of you. And this is not your first time dealing with these kind of like superficial type of energies. So just like don't question your intuition. Your intuition is right, okay? It's so right. It's ridiculous. Like, you need to really trust your intuition at this time and remove yourself from the lives of people you're being called to remove yourself from. What's love is a many splendid thing. What is this? The Five of Pentacles, okay? So yeah, this is a very important time in your life, okay? Financially, but spiritually. Like, a lot of big abundance is coming in. And somebody gotta go, okay? We got the Six of Cups. Somebody is a thing of the past, okay? We got the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel has turned in your favor, and it's leaving this fake friend or these fake friends at the bottom of the wheel. Like, they've been judged in spiritual court, and they have not been found to be upstanding, okay? They have been found unworthy of you and undeserving of your attention and time, okay? With the Five of Swords. So don't overthink anything that falls apart at this time. And that's crazy, because that's what Guardian Angel Raziel was talking about too. That's what I said. He was talking about how it doesn't always have to be a negative thing to separate from people, okay? Yeah, we got the Hermit. Oh man, I feel like he's being funny, okay? We got the Hermit, okay? So spending more time alone. I think this is something that you were already naturally doing. I think that you are very aware that when you hang around certain people, like, that energy of burden kind of increases, you know? It's like you're separating yourself from people that make you feel like, I don't know, bitch, do you ever, he said, is there anything in the world you happy about? Who said that? I think it was Chris Tucker or somebody. He said, bitch, is there anything in the world you happy about? Okay, you be finding yourself being around people like that, but they're like calling themselves your friends. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like they save negative stories for like when you say some happy shit. Like, I did this, or I would have tried this, and it's like, if I was you, I wouldn't try that, or I wouldn't do this. You know, people who talk you out of doing things, people who want you to be enlightened about the things that you want to do, but to feel stuck in one place, like you could never do that, or to not have like the guts or the balls to do things they don't have the guts or the balls to do. Okay. Yeah, we got Justice, and that's why you're getting justice when it comes to these people that are in your life trying to like influence it. What's the Five of Swords and the Hermit? We got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So that independently wealthy ass energy, that's what they're talking about. That's what you need to like really embrace at this time. And like, not to say you don't need people, but I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of don't need people. Like, if Spirit wanted you to just do this journey completely alone with nobody and no help, you better believe they would find a way for you to be able to do that shit. But they're saying for now, do things alone. And as you're doing these things that only you are called to do, you're going to call in the right people who support that in the right way, or who even are like aligned with that, and you guys could like make these business connections and still have these great friendships, or even having a great business connection with a lover that's entering your life, or that has already entered your life. Yeah, with the Ten of Cups. Soul family energy with the Empress, okay? And the Three of Cups. So it's a celebration. Okay? It's a celebration for sure. Okay, what's the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Cups? We got Emerald tablet activation. It says cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifestation. Okay, so you're manifesting on purpose. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're manifesting on purpose. You're focusing on what you want to create and actually creating those things. So don't get surprised when they come along. Just celebrate and show gratitude. And this is why the boost, okay? A boost to your faith, because you're about to see some things that have been being promised to you for a long time coming into fruition with this higher heart activation energy, with all this love that you've been giving out. Like, continue to keep your shields down and your boundaries up, okay? Keep showing this divine love and know that you have healed a lot of your heart, and this is why you're seeing things so clearly the way that you are. We got the sacred inner space, or the sacral chakra energy, which is talking about tenderness and sensuality, and we also got the I am presence, okay? So whatever you're co-creating, it's gorgeous. You've got some sort of light body activation, and you are definitely accessing the divine within. The violet flame is your friend, okay? I'm gonna always tell you the violet flame is amazing. You need to do a lot of transmuting with you rising in energy this way, okay? Like, it's really important that you keep lower vibrational energies out of your energetic field as much as possible, and that's why he's saying, like, to separate yourself for a while from these fake friends, if not forever, you know, because some people can grow and change. I do believe in people growing and changing, okay? Just because it's rare doesn't mean it doesn't happen. What's Emerald tablet activation and higher heart activation? We got inner earth, okay? So the base chakra, I was talking about all of that root chakra healing that you've done, okay? You're coming into a whole nother layer of strength and security because of the foundations that you have laid for yourself, okay? I feel like it took a while, okay? It took you a while. But you got this shit. What's higher heart activation in sacred inner space? We got the crown chakra upgrade, okay? We got a third eye chakra activation. Like, there's so much beautiful energy coming in right now, okay? It says divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. We got inner vision and clear seeing, okay? So you see so clearly, like I keep saying, okay? There's some sort of gateway that's been opened to you, some sort of manifestation vortex that's pulling in everything that you want and need, and you've reached a milestone to where you're going to see those things speeding up. Because I feel like that you're deserving of it is what the energy that I'm getting, what I'm hearing. Like, you're deserving of this. Like, you've been working really hard at this, and you really kind of remained as humble as possible along the journey, you know? Like, whatever it is that you're working on, I feel like you're putting all of your heart and soul into it. Like, this is something you're very serious about, something you're very dedicated to. And I feel like also these fake friends, they really don't respect your dedication or respect your creations. It's kind of a little joke, whatever it is that you're putting your time and energy into. That shit is funny to them. They think it's a game, and they think it's something they can make fun of behind your back, but when you get this money, they got their hand out like they deserve some money from your divine journey that was a joke to them. What's Emerald tablet, inner earth, and higher heart activation? Ooh, we got the black swan, and you just been sitting back, cooling. What is that? Sitting back, being cool. I know that ain't what it's like, but that's close. That's what you've just been doing. Just allowing the drama to play out, allowing people to, like, have their time on stage to do whatever it is that they're gonna do, and just moving on calmly, knowing that that don't have shit to do with you. What's higher activation, crown chakra upgrade, and sacred inner peace? Okay, sleep and beauty, just over here, la 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 la, just meditating, minding your own business, and in a way that kind of makes these people think that, like, you're naive, or you're stupid, or you're not paying attention, or you just don't know what they're up to, just because you're not going out of your way to be like, you're doing this to me. Like, I don't care, do what you do. You ain't doing it to me, you're doing it to yourself, bitch. You understand karma. and it's getting you everywhere. What's sacred inner space, third eye activation, and I am presence? We got power up, okay? Look at you just been over here. You just been over here getting your beauty rest, relaxing, taking care of yourself. I heard taking spiritual baths, praying and connecting, figuring out what herbs and things work best with you and with your body and with your mind, and like just really learning as much as you can about yourself, about your soul, about your Akashic records, about the world, about the workings of the universe. Like you're paying attention to all the right things, and people feel like you think you're all that type energy. Like you ain't all that in a bag of chips. It's Black Swan and Sleeping Beauty. We got what's cooking, okay? But also I feel like you make people very curious. They want to know like what's cooking, what's going on, what are you cooking up in that mind of yours, or what is this fantastic plan that you have for the future? Like I said, they're still expecting to be a part of it or to be involved in it, even though they don't respect it or don't support you in it. Then it's like, where they do that at? No, that's not gonna fly with your ancestors in any way. What's Sleeping Beauty and Power Up? But you got something good cooking up, okay? It's some good you cooking. Yeah, you cooking up these wicked wonders, okay? And then we got Archangel of Mental Makeovers, which is Archangel Uriel, okay? So he's coming out for you. This is what he's been working with your mind to get you toward this very energy that you're in right now. So continue to think very positively about yourself, but also continue to dig deep and work on any shadow work that you may need to work out. He just got me pulling out all kind of extra decks for y'all. But let me pull this shadow work. Like what specific things would you like them to focus on? Let me get 4 I'm hearing. So we got unseen patterns, okay? Could be some patterns or some sort of ways of thinking, maybe some base beliefs or reprogramming that you need to do within yourself to change your, it says change your thoughts to change your life, okay? So maybe thinking more positively about your future. Oh, come on, I caught it. Ooh, it says avoidance, okay? So you could be avoiding certain things. That could be an unseen pattern that you have. Maybe when you feel like certain discomfort or something going into a situation, you tend to avoid it rather than going through the situation and just getting like, the confrontation or whatever it is that needs to take place out of the way so that you can make faster progress. You tend to shy away from it. And he's saying like, he's asking you not to do that. It says it's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive, So situations might not always be as comfortable as you want them to be, but there's always progress available in every situation that you go through, really, in the smallest of things that you do throughout your day, or the little interactions that you have with different people. Yeah, we got addiction, okay? So it says compulsive need, despite negative consequences, get support in therapy, okay? So if you're having a hard time like quitting drinking or breaking the spirit of addiction, right? Because it's okay to like have a drink or to like smoke or whatever. I'll be smoking all the time. But it's like, it shouldn't be something that you feel you need to like operate within your life, like you don't need it. You don't need a drink. You don't really need to smoke weed. You don't need those little vices that we tend to collect over our life, and Spirit put it to me like you break the spirit of addiction and then you're able to get back to doing those things regularly in moderation. But if you feel like, like if you notice that you might be overdoing it, maybe from a place of anxiety or from a place of overthinking, try to like catch yourself and like ask for more support rather than going over to that. Or maybe this could have been something really big that you've already managed to overcome. That could have been your milestone. You've broken the addiction. that you have to certain things in life. Excuse me, I guess that's confirmation. But addiction doesn't always have to represent some sort of substance, right? There's a lot of different things that people can be addicted to. You can be addicted to overeating. You could be, addicted to like watching TV or whatever. There's a lot of addictions in life, and I feel like this is a big milestone you're overcoming. These your addictions that you had to little things that maybe you didn't necessarily see. We got light in the darkness, okay? So it says darkness cannot dispel darkness, only light can. And it says love, clarity, and awareness, okay? And then we got making peace at the bottom of the deck, okay? So in this stage also, you're kind of making peace with these unseen patterns, like this is the kind of shadow work that he kind of wants you to get into and to like ask them, like, okay, so spirit, what patterns are you seeing that maybe I'm not dealing with at this time, or what is it that I'm avoiding that you don't want me to avoid, and spirit will put a situation or something in your face to to make it very clear what it is that you need to deal with, and that is like voila, you've done it, right? Yeah, have the courage, okay? Whatever you do, don't hide who you are or hide yourself. Show up and let yourself be seen at all times, no matter what fear you might feel or how vulnerable it might make you feel, to show people that softer side of you. That softer side of you, like it takes a lot of strength and courage to show that side of you. So don't be afraid to do that, okay? And then we got break chains under that. It says the only way to overcome blocks is to confront them. So self-limiting beliefs could be an unseen pattern that you're kind of breaking too, where we see ourselves doing things, but we don't really believe it just yet, I feel like there could be a little bit of that going on. But either way, you've made great progress, and these are not things that will stop you from continuing to progress. But do take the time to pay attention to them, or to pray about them, or to meditate on these things, on unseen patterns, or, avoidance or addiction, or bringing more light into the places where spirit may feel there's a little bit too much darkness going on, just to like completely balance things out and make it much easier for you to move forward smoothly, What's Black Swan, what's cooking in Sleeping Beauty? We got the Capricorn, okay, which talks about ambition, realism, and methodical steps, okay? So make sure you keep it as real as possible with yourself, Even if, like, okay, I'm gonna just say it. I was gonna say, even if you feel like you're kind of like harshly judging yourself, but I mean, when you're working with yourself and you're doing shadow work and you're like talking to yourself about the way that you're supposed to go in life, you do want to be very loving with yourself, but don't be too loving. Don't kid yourself, or don't tell yourself things that you just want to hear, because people talk all about like manipulating other people, but a lot of times people manipulate themselves, okay? They manipulate themselves into thinking that life is one way, or life goes this way, or this is just how things are supposed to happen, and that's it. It's out of my control and I can't change it, But we have a lot more control than we give ourselves credit for. As long as like we're putting the spiritual with our very physical actions, like just try to stay as real as possible about things, and don't get too caught up in the spiritualness of it all, right? Because that can be very distracting, and also a lot of times it can just cause more confusion than you need to have mentally, So it's giving me this energy of like taking a break, okay? Like giving yourself time where you're like not watching readings, or you're just like not doing anything, where you're not doing anything spiritual. You're just doing regular person stuff that you need to do, and you're knowing and feeling that you still have that spiritual connection, even if you're just doing regular people stuff, okay? Like you don't have to always be doing something or showing some big show of spirituality to the divine. Okay, they know you are a spiritual being. It is at a soul level. It is who you are. It is not something that you just walk around exercising for other people. So no, it's okay to not always have to be in that lane or everything that somebody feels a spiritual person should be. At the end of the day, you're still a regular person. Enjoy your fucking life like you should. Okay. With sleep and beauty, wicked wonders, and power up. Like, don't put so many restrictions on yourself. We got Chiron with hurt and heal. So I think that really eases the healing process too, when you stay in the now as much as possible. You're not dwelling on too much hurt, and you're not working too hard on healing. This is just like the natural rhythm where you belong at, and it makes it a lot easier for you to overcome things that you've been through in the past, and even upcoming things that you may go through in the future. And always remember that every time anybody talks to you, they're having an interview with a psychic and you just can't always take it there or get that deep with everybody, because they're not all ready to hear your psychic perspective or the real truth about what it is that you really like. Sometimes it's better to just be quiet, okay? Because sometimes you will say a simple sentence and you will think it's nothing, but it will blow the fuck out of people's minds. So be mindful of the things that you say to certain people, and follow your intuition, because you really can feel if they're ready to hear that or not. And I know I don't want to say I hate, but I don't really like how that sounds, because it almost feels like delivering information based on how they're going to react. But sometimes you have to be mindful of what you're saying to someone, because they're not always ready to hear that shit. Okay, and people will flip out on you because you just hit the biggest trigger that they have, and they didn't even know it was there. Okay, and we got Venus with give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Okay, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. What's the final thought on this? We got tree wisdom. Okay, so it says this tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds that it makes. Okay, and we got coming together right here at the bottom of the deck, and there's just all different kinds of fairies, all with different jobs, but all working together to make one giant job get done. And at the end of the day, that's us as a collective. And just always remember that you're a part of something bigger, and the job that you do, not to minimize it or diffuse it, but it's just a little part of the bigger machine that you're working as a part of. Okay. So it says this tree dryad invites you to tune in to ancient tree wisdom and allow it to imbue your aura. She plays upon her wooden flute to attract your attention through its enchanting sound and vibration, and wishes you to know that your present situation can be helped when you connect with trees. Okay, hugging a tree is a great way to have direct physical contact and form an energetic connection. Always ask permission from a tree before doing this. Take a few moments to visualize yourself deeply rooted in the ground, just like the tree, and say in your mind or out loud, I wish to connect with you. May I hug you, tree? You should receive an instantaneous answer, which may come as a word or a feeling. Trust this. Trees offer their wisdom through different gifts depending on the season. In the spring and summer months, tree blossoms can be very healing and uplifting. In the cooler seasons of autumn and winter, I lost my spot. Okay. In the cooler seasons of autumn and winter, the trees shed their leaves, knowing that there will be new growth in the springtime. The same goes for you. The fairies say Tree wisdom can help you shed any unwanted cares or concerns. So learn to release with love and know that new spiritual growth will come to you when the time is right. Tree wisdom is knowing that birds, insects, and animals will carry the tree seeds far away so they can grow in their own right, literally in their own light. Perhaps it's time for you to move away from a situation that's stunting your growth, or for a general move to allow a new set of circumstances to open up in your life. Okay, so with that, I'm done. I hope you got something that you need out of this. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, and I will see you later. Bye.